What's up? We're back. We are doing a review this week of the very horrible Hubie Halloween. Thanks, Mike.
It's so
Might be
great.
worse
Like
Thanks.
I saw so many not great reviews or even
What?
good reviews, but I saw people no, it's good, it's fun, it's nice, it's
No,
I
this
just
is Leprechaun level bad.
Wow. Is it I guess we'll have to do this at the end, but Leprechaun was 70 minutes. This was much longer, right?
this is nowhere
much longer.
close as bad as Leprechaun or Monsters Brawl.
It's
Nowhere close.
It's in that group. It is in that
No
group.
way. No
Monsters
way.
Brawl is one of the worsts. Leprechaun, Monsters Brawl, definitely in there. Okay.
Like I'll gladly say They Live is better than this movie.
I really think after
You've been consistent on hating on They Live.
It's
Consistent.
not a good movie.
Wow.
It's better than this.
I really think that after
So much better than
watching
this.
this and reading so many people who are like, "Oh, it's great," and the thing is, most of the people are actors or comedians, being like, "I think these people are just angling to
Get money?
Being the next one.
No, get in be in the next one."
Maybe. Could
The
be.
only person, and Mike, you'll hate this, but the only person I've ever heard give a competent defense of Adam Sandler making these movies is Bill Simmons.
Oh.
What's his take?
That he said when he watches these movies, he said his kids love it, and he said he realized that that's what it is that Sandler pivoted to making children specific movies.
Yeah,
then he gets like people like us will crap on him because we know that he can be funny, but he's not.
Well, sure, he makes silly movies for kids, and he just hangs out with his friends all day.
It's funny though because
just stuff
this
like
movie has a bunch of stuff in it that is not kid friendly at all.
the
shirts that grandma wears.
I guess, yeah.
The
Yeah, but
shits,
in the same way that when we were
assholes.
kids,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
that they would put in movies that we wouldn't pick up on that was for our parents.
Right. I was going to say, I think this movie is made for 12-year-old kids who know they're not supposed to hear things like asshole and muff diver and all that, but pick that stuff out and think that this movie is hilarious because they're getting things that they're not supposed to know about. I think that's the genius of Adam Sandler in this movie. Of people love 12-year-olds love him because we did as 12-year-olds. He says shit in children's movies that is irreverent and we can laugh about it. That's my guess, but maybe not.
It's bad. Even for Adam
It's just
Sandler.
not good. It's just a bad movie.
Most Adam Sandler movies, even when they're not good, like Mr. Deeds still has funny parts.
See, I didn't like
This was void.
Little Nicky? You have
Never saw Little Nicky.
Little Nicky's
This movie was void of funny. There was not funny
You know what's a decent a funny movie is Anger Management. Anger Management, but that's because I think
that's a TBS movie right there.
Here's the problem with Anger Management
Nicholson,
is it makes the angst they build in it makes you want to. I hate it.
Right. But yeah, I didn't like people love Big Daddy, right? Big Daddy?
Yeah, I like Big
okay.
Daddy.
Big Daddy's fine.
Didn't ever liked it.
It's fine.
Never? Not even as a kid?
Well, not even a kid. We were fully in high school or college then.
No, we weren't in college when Big Daddy
When did Big Daddy
out,
come out? That's an easy Google search.
We weren't in college, though, I hope.
We were not.
We were in college when Elf came out.
Okay, 99. 99. Okay.
Yeah.
So we were going into high school.
Going into high school.
That movie was made for us.
It just
12-year-olds. That movie was made for us.
I didn't like it.
It was okay.
That's why I asked the question last week: is Adam Sandler's early movies are they actually good, or are they just this? And we,
I think
as kids, thought they were cool, and that's why now we're like, no, Billy Madison is so cool because we saw it as a kid.
I think you could argue Billy Madison wouldn't be as funny. I still think it would be funny, but you could argue there'd be parts. I think that Happy Gilmore would still hold up great.
Billy Madison, he called the shit poop. Like,
yes.
I think Billy Madison is a funny movie.
Billy Madison is a very funny
But this movie, the guy lights poop on fire and throws it at him. Like, it's not that we are O'Doyle rules in this movie.
I know.
They say O'Doyle rules in this movie. Like, it's not that different from like a Billy Madison tone, right?
The thing is this is a PG-13 movie.
No, this is a PG movie.
It's rated PG-13.
It's rated PG-13 because the times have changed. If this movie came out in '99, it would have been PG probably.
What's Happy? Billy Madison was PG-13, and so was Happy Gilmore.
Okay, so Billy then Madison it would fit right in there.
Is a different, but they are different movies than this one.
That's what I'm wondering about, though.
Happy Gilmore.
Is this just nostalgia?
All right. Can for next time I'm around, because the purple masked wrestler is in Billy Madison, can I make us watch Billy Madison?
Okay.
Sure. I mean, Shaq doesn't really count as wrestler, technically, does he?
Happy Gilmore.
Does that mean I can make you all watch Blue Chips next?
Yeah, sure.
Mike's rules, yeah, of course.
If Shaq counts, I can make you watch. Oh, I guess he does count because we had watched Kazam, right?
Yeah, we watched Kazam.
So he counted for that, didn't he?
There was somebody else in Kazam, I think.
Was there?
Maybe not. So. No, maybe not.
I think it was Shaq.
I think it was Shaq.
I think it was Shaq. Anyway.
Happy Gilmore.
Also, Shaq didn't show up for so long in this movie. I know it was another like case of like, is Shaq actually in this?
David Arquette cut in the throat to open the movie. Then you know it's a wrestling movie.
David Arquette cutting throats. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we open on a mental hospital on a stormy night.
Which makes no sense and doesn't matter, but okay.
Why does it make sense?
The storyline doesn't make any difference, but go ahead.
We see an orderly bringing hot dogs and Jello to a cell.
Ben Stiller playing himself from Happy
Gilmore. Playing Hal.
Same guy.
Happy Gilmore. And I was just like, okay, here we go. Good stuff, funny stuff. Stiller is bullying the patient, and then he pulls back the sheet to reveal just Jello and hot dogs, and Hartman escaped. And for some reason, they have windows in these people's rooms.
He opened the window and left.
Just opened the window and left. Just open the window.
This is shot in like 4K. You couldn't have thought of any other way from an escape.
This movie would have been better if he wasn't doing the voice.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. The voice is fucking brutal.
Yeah. The voice is just like... God, the voice sucks. Yeah. I think if he didn't do the voice and he wasn't like a slow person...
He does the voice in Waterboy.
Yeah, and I did not like Waterboy.
I didn't either.
It was okay. I didn't love it. It had moments. This did not have moments.
But like, still, he was younger then, and it was like more of like I get because he was like a backwoods idiot. Like it was kind of, I think.
In Waterboy, it made more sense.
No, it didn't make more sense, but like the character did to have like a weird voice.
Sure.
But this guy was just like a slow adult. So we meet Hubie Dubois, and he's riding his bike around Salem, Mass. And this was filmed in Salem and like all in that area of Massachusetts, like Boston and that area.
Isn't that where Sandler's from Massachusetts, isn't he?
No, he's from New York. He's got to be.
Is he from New York? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kids are throwing eggs at Hubie. He then catches him in his thermos.
Yes. Yeah. He has superpowers. Also, it gets worse. Every time people throw things at him, it gets crazier and crazier. Like a microwave gets thrown at him at one point. Like
flaming arrows get shot at him, I think, at one point.
Yes.
Let me just tell you about the new Netflix app update before we move on, because if you ever have to watch a shitty movie again on Netflix, you can watch it in 1.5 speed, which is what I did for this.
Yes. Wait. How do you unlock that?
It's on the bottom, like where the closed captioning is, and you can just click speed to 1.5. It's only on phone. It's not on like TVs and stuff.
Oh, it's only on your phone?
Yeah, I was watching it on my phone, and because there's a cool thing on. This is a big digression. Cool thing on Netflix where you can brighten the screen on your phone, which I really like.
Yeah, you can do that on the iPad.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
their iPad app is great because it locks the app to the lock. Yes. Very good.
So a lot of times when I watch movies on Netflix for this show, or like if I'm just trying to plow through something, I'll watch on my phone because I can brighten the screen. And then this speed thing came up, and I'm like, so I watched this thing in like super speed, which probably made it even weirder. But,
yeah, well, you didn't watch it.
I did watch it. I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
just in super speed.
Super speed.
So before we jump back in, he was born in Brooklyn and then was raised in Manchester, New Hampshire after the age of 6.
Whoa,
Manchester, New Hampshire?
Yes.
What?
Born in Brooklyn, raised in New Hampshire.
Really?
Yep.
He spent his life in Manchester.
Well, I mean, he ended up graduating from a school in New York, so he, I guess, went back and forth. But
he probably, his parents were rich, probably.
Sandler must have so much money. He must have so much money.
And his whole family's in this movie.
Really? All of his kids are in it?
His kids
are his daughters, right?
Yes. And they look just like him.
Yeah.
Oh, the two girls that are
Violet's.
What's her face? Violet's kids?
Yes. And the reporter who's in it, who's at the thing, is his wife, the one who's in the town.
Oh, okay.
The one who, which one? The one who was dressed up as Harley Quinn?
That is a very funny bit.
Is it?
I think that's a funny bit.
It's a bit. It's a bit.
A bit. I don't know if it's funny. All right, keep going. Keep going. I'm digressing.
Okay, so he drinks the eggs and then throws them immediately up.
His thermos is a utility belt.
He's Batman, and this is his belt.
He sees the woman he loves, Violet Valentine.
Claire Dunphy.
Which, okay, let me take another digression on Claire Dunphy. She's the love interest in Happy Gilmore.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Same person.
Same person.
Full circle.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
She's the babe in that.
Hubie,
she is.
She is. She looks a little different though.
It was like 25 years ago.
It's been a long time, but
Hubie works in a supermarket at the deli counter. Ray Liotta bullies him, and Hubie says his girlfriend lives in the Canada Dry region of Canada.
Why is Ray Liotta in this movie? He's so much better as an actor. What are you doing?
Very weird that Ray Liotta.
Get them checks. Keep getting them.
Getting them checks, but you can be in better movies. What happened to his career?
I don't know. He's in weird stuff now.
He's in weird movies. He did Goodfellas and like the 40 shittiest movies you could think of after that.
I thought the Canada Dry thing was funny. She's his girlfriend from Canada. That was funny.
That was not funny.
All of this was this hit far too close to home. All of this fake girlfriend. I work at a deli counter.
I did not put that together.
Yes, fake girlfriend. I work at a deli counter.
I was actively trying not to put it together.
I know you weren't. We were laughing about it while you were going over, but it hit too close to home. Keep going.
They pull a prank on Hubie. And he's very easily frightened. We then meet Sergeant Steve Downey, who is Kevin
James as a
Kevin
cop
Hart.
Again.
He's a shitty cop.
I think they're a little bit different, but he's of course a fucking cop again.
He's a cop, and for some reason he's got a bunch of hair on.
Looks like because he can make that joke later where he says, "I look like a Muppet and it made me cry." That's the only reason he looks like that.
He gets a call about an escaped lunatic. Hubie scares Officer Steve. Hubie is a narc and calls the cops all the time about bullshit.
Which that is a kind of a funny
Kenan
scene.
Thompson might be the best part of this movie.
Yeah, where they show like the clip of him coming in and narking on people.
Yes.
For multiple narcs.
Yes. A bunch of kids in Scream masks chase Hubie and throw shit at him. Literally shit.
O'Doyle rules.
And come to find out, they're O'Doyle. Well,
Yeah.
the one kid is an O'Doyle from Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Same family? I don't know.
I guess the O'Doyle thing is funny in Billy Madison because they literally just drive off a cliff.
Right. Yeah.
It's not that different. Billy Madison and this movie are not that different. Right?
It is very different. We'll find out in 3
I
weeks.
feel like they're not, though.
We'll find out in 3 weeks.
Something like that's funny because, like,
it is
they
funny.
Just drive off a cliff, yelling O'Doyle rules. Hubie's scared at a bunch of kids. Hubie crashes his bike and meets his new neighbor, Mr. Lambert, played by the really terrific Steve Buscemi, who's just, I guess,
he's
settled
great.
into just
weirdo.
Being in every single Adam Sandler movie. That's all he does now.
I have to imagine that these guys just like each other, and it's like, all right, I'll go act for 10 minutes and then hang out for the day.
Him being a weirdo in Adam Sandler movies, he's so good at it, though. He's so good at it. Even this, like, his werewolf bit is pretty funny. It's like one of the things I actually laughed at. When this guy just glued fur to himself. That made me laugh.
Hubie has an insanely decorated yard, and then he has poop-stained sheets hanging there.
No, he pees the bed every night. He's like a 45-year-old man who pees the bed every night.
Mr. Lambert tells Hubie if he ever hears weird sounds coming from his house, just ignore them and don't check on him. Hubie's mom is wearing a boner donor shirt. Hubie's
the funniest joke of the movie is her shirts.
Hubie's favorite holiday is Halloween.
Even though he's afraid of everything.
Yep.
Favorite holiday is Halloween, where he's a asshole fucking hall monitor or whatever. He wears a sash.
It's his monitor.
And everyone tells him he's a piece of shit. But that's his favorite holiday.
Hubie's mom warns him that he has to stand up to the bullies in town. Hubie's looking at his yearbook. He won the award for most likely to marry his pillow. Steve and Violet were a couple in high school. She won a bunch of stuff. Hubie
she was a triple threat.
Yes. Hubie throws the book through the window, and his mom thinks he shit his pants.
Because that inflatable thing scares him, and he throws it through the window.
We then see Hartman watching the house while peeing, and this...
Right.
We see him doing this two more times, maybe?
A bunch of times. Many times.
Then we see Violet and her... What are they? Adopted kids or no?
Foster kids.
Foster kids, which, like, I guess she's the most perfect woman in the world, and also adopts.
And not just one foster kid. I'm getting three.
And just three of the nicest, sweetest, best looking kids.
Them right.
So easy.
She is watching the news, and all of the news anchors are dressed as Harley Quinn, which is a funny bit.
It should have been.
Is it?
I thought it was a funny bit.
Should have been a funny bit.
I don't know. Do we need that?
The mayor is being interviewed about the world-famous Halloween parade. Officer Steve is at a farm because Peanut, the pig, was murdered. The farmer and his wife argue about what killed Peanut. Then we see Colin Quinn as the janitor.
Yeah. He's in it for very quick.
Yes.
Very, very quick thing.
Hubie's at the Salem Witch Museum and sees Violet. Violet has her 3 foster kids. Hubie then goes to the cemetery investigating Walter Lambert's, the tombstone of Walter Lambert, because someone mentioned how they had seen that. Someone was just like, yeah, I see that name on a tombstone. Like, how did you know? How did you know that? And how do you find that?
You don't memorize tombstones?
No. And he's there during a funeral, and he's using his thermos as a periscope.
Yes, his thermos does many things. It's a fucking grappling hook.
Yep.
At one point.
Man, you were in Boy Scouts. Did you make a thermos like this?
If he can make this, why is he so stupid?
Vic Mackey is the priest.
Loved it. Part I actually loved. Vic Mackey priest.
And Ray Liotta.
Asshole priest.
Ray Liotta is burying his dad. Hubie finds there's no day of death for Walter Lambert. And then Ray Liotta pushes Hubie into his dad's grave.
As a joke.
As a joke.
And the other people are like, yo, that's messed up.
Yes.
Why would you do that? He's funny. He's an idiot.
I did believe when he said Dad would like this. I believe that to be true.
Hubie sees Mr. Lambert putting boards up on over his window, and Hubie asks Mr. Lambert how old he is. And he says he doesn't keep track of human years. Then we go to the school, and Dan Patrick is the principal.
Yes.
And Hubie's at the school to talk about Halloween safety.
Mm-hmm.
Hubie stinks, and the kids throw food at him because he's a loser.
All the food.
Violet's kids are at a coffee shop, and we don't even know their names or nothing. We're just there at a coffee shop, and we're supposed to know these kids. Yeah. The one kid's from Stranger Things.
Is it?
Really?
Yes, the boys from Stranger Things.
What is he in Stranger Things?
He's one of the four.
Oh, he is.
He's the one who was all screwed up in the first season.
Yeah. He looks a lot older now.
Yeah. Funny thing is older,
obviously, but
him and he's only 16, but the girl who plays his love interest, Megan, I believe her name is, she's
the coffee shop lady.
Yeah, she's 32.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is what? She great for 32.
She does.
She pulls off 16 well.
Wow.
But Mike, be careful.
No, jeez. But yeah. But it was also weird how is he supposed to be a freshman in high school and she's supposed to be a senior?
Yes.
I think so.
She says freshman.
Not in a million years. Okay. Yeah.
Not in a million years would a senior girl date a freshman unless you're Ryan Gillis.
I mean,
I don't want to say it, but he did pull it off. There's one man we know who pulled it off, Ryan Gillis.
She was a junior, I believe.
Oh, yes. She wasn't a senior? Oh,
no.
He got close. He shot for the stars. He got close.
Okay, so
he's like a loser, too. He comes in and he sucks. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I like you. Yeah. Why? Why? I mean, he's so stupid.
Nice guys always get the girl.
I guess. That's how it works.
The brother, I don't know what his name is taking the sisters trick-or-treating, but the girl barista invites him to a party. Hubie calls Aurora and requests the Ghostbusters theme, and then gets into a fight with himself over the radio.
Yes, Aurora is the DJ that he listens to all the time.
Who also is sort of narrating the movie.
Right.
We see Hartman grab a pig mask. Hubie is then leaving the house to be the Halloween monitor, and his mom warns him not to go out. Hubie saves Karen's cat, and she yells at him, and then Violet says she will beat Karen to death using the cat. And they make a funny face. Hubie chickens out when he's about to ask Violet out. And the thing is, it's almost like with Violet, she's like,
she wants him to,
but it's just
right?
Yeah, this man's slow.
She's been in love with him since the first grade.
Yeah,
which he wasn't in love with her in first grade because he was in love with a 75-year-old teacher.
And at some point, she could have said something
that's not how it works. The lady never says.
Oh, okay.
The lady never tells.
So then Hubie chickens out. Hubie is then harassed by Mr. Hennessy, who has an awful toupee.
There he is right there.
A very funny line of, "Hello, Mr. Hennessy. How's night school? Sucks. I dropped out."
Tim Meadows is awesome. This movie sucks, but Tim Meadows is great.
Like, that was funny.
Every time Tim Meadows shows up in a movie, it's good.
How's night school? I dropped out.
All of his shit is funny in this.
Yes. Mr. Henny talks about weird sounds coming from Mr. Lambert's house. Hubie then sneaks into Mr. Lambert's house, finds dog food and
human feces on a tarp.
A big dog.
I laughed at this.
Hubie finds Mr. Lambert in the corner, like acting like a wolf, and then he runs off and escapes the house. Hubie then goes to see Officer Steve, but Steve offers Hubie a spot on the AUU squad.
Right.
So
he's so fucking annoying. Yeah.
Which he tells him to drop a log in a dumpster miles away to report back on his.
Don't ever contact us.
Yes.
For any reason.
Hubie is the boy's name. He's at the party and the band sucks.
Oh my God, this band sucks.
Hubie's at the party being a party pooper. Like, how does Hubie, like, that's the thing, like,
he's so unlikable.
Why does the school let him in there?
Was it a school?
No, you're right. This is
it's public property, right? Because he's like, it's public property. I can be here. Like, you're the worst.
Yeah, that's right. And Hubie really sucks here. And the kids tell Hubie they're going to kick his ass.
2 kids are kissing, and he tells them to go, like, take a cold shower, too.
Yeah.
Like, he's that crazy.
Everyone wants him to leave because he sucks. They then tell Hubie there's a kid lost in the corn maze. And this is a trick they're going to play on Hubie. Mike, the deli kid, is then killed or kidnapped. We don't know at this point. He's just like dragged really fast and far away. So, Tommy and Megan tell Hubie it was just a prank, and Hubie comes across Michael tied up, and he then disappears. Hubie finds a movie ticket that Michael dropped. Violet works at a diner, and the kids are calling her because Tommy's gone. Mr. Hennessy and his wife are at the drive-ins and plan a prank on Hubie because, once again, Hubie stinks.
Yeah.
Mr. Hennessy tells Hubie, Mrs. Hennessy tells Hubie she saw something weird, and he goes to investigate.
Yeah, and he keeps doing the turn-on jokes, too.
Yes.
Where it's like, does this turn you on? No? Okay. Does this turn you on?
They trick Hubie into thinking a ghost is driving the car, and kids somehow pop up and throw more things at Hubie.
Yes.
Hubie then escapes into a pumpkin patch where he finds Mr. Lambert eating a pumpkin. Then Officer Steve meets with the mayor and tells him how Michael Mundi is missing and wants to cancel the rest of Halloween. But the mayor won't let him. I feel like this is very much I got a Jaws vibe from this. Because the cop telling the mayor to cancel everything, but the mayor won't.
Got to get that Salem Halloween money.
Violet's girls then go back out in their pajamas.
Why wouldn't they just go to the fucking diner?
Yeah.
Mom, our brother's a dickhead.
Yeah.
Didn't watch us.
Or text her.
She can't answer because she's working the diner shift, right? Because that guy's like, it's a busy night. You got to work a diner shift.
The guy who
go to the diner.
Halloween at a diner is always a busy night.
Always the busiest.
Of course. As you, yes.
Was that Sean Ryder's dad?
Yes, it was. Riders? Yes. No, Hunter. Sean Hunter's dad. From Boy Meets World. Yes.
That was his
somehow
dad.
He's still working in all Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
That's it. He died, right? Didn't he die on Boy Meets World?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
Hubie's at the diner, and Violet is very aggressively hitting on him and fills up all of his soups because he eats a lot of soup.
It was like
is it the
same
soup?
Chowder mixed together.
Is it the same soup the whole movie, or is it always refilled?
I feel like there's like he does some sort of trick where it's like 3 different compartments for 3 different soups.
Yeah, because
he just mixed them all together.
At the end, he only has a little bit of soup left to accomplish what he needs to accomplish. So I'm wondering what the hell is going on with the soup. I don't really care.
So then the Hennessy's are stopped in the middle of a street, a dark road, and they see a scarecrow in the middle of the road. Mr. Hennessy goes to investigate and is kidnapped, and then the same thing happens to Mrs. Hennessy. The thing is, at this point, it's like, oh, this has got to be something supernatural, because this thing is like,
they get sucked away with a grappling hook. But the only other person we know who has grappling hooks is
Hubie. So Hubie's house has been TP'd and lit on fire.
He burned this guy's house.
Maybe not so much having stuff burnt on people's lawn, like big effigies burnt on people's lawn, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me not having flaming things on people's lawn.
Did you explain why, like their lineage or whatever, like in Salem, her, like his great grandmother was like one of the people who pointed out like witches aren't witches, and then she got burned at the stake.
Yes,
pretty fucked up backstory.
And Dangling Dave or something, a guy that got hung.
Yeah.
Hubie, Mr. Lambert gets home and cuffs himself to the fridge, and Hartman shows up, takes off his mask, and it's Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is a stapler. Violet's family is then reunited. Hubie takes a dump and hears some howling. He runs to the haunted house. He runs just somewhere, and he's at a haunted house.
Just when people are starting to like you, Hubie, you take a shit in their house.
He then finds a dog that he thinks is Mr. Lambert.
Right.
And then the dog takes a shit. The dog takes a shit. This is pretty funny.
Why would you make feces on this in front of me?
And then he eats it, and it's pretty funny. Then the dog runs into the haunted house. Hubie butts the line and follows it. And for some reason, Ray Liotta is hanging out with kids and being a creep.
Just to fuck with Billy Madison, or not Billy Madison.
Hubie?
Adam Sandler.
Hubie.
Hubie Dubois.
Hubie starts freaking out in the haunted house. Ray Liotta is then kidnapped in the haunted house. All of a sudden, everyone's just meeting in the haunted house.
I laughed when somebody scares him in the haunted house, and he like fights back, and the guy's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?"
Yeah, like relax.
It's a haunted house. Calm down. It's not real.
He then explains he thinks it's Mr. Lambert, but then Officer Steve calls.
The police station.
Keenan Thompson, and finds out both Lambert and Hartman turned themselves in like an hour ago.
This made me laugh. The two of them on the bench made me laugh.
And how, Rob Schneider's just enjoys pissing stuff.
He escaped from jail just to bring Buscemi back, or not jail, the psychiatric ward. Just
He's
to
worried
bring
about his friend. Yeah.
His dog, technically, back to his dog back to where they live.
Everyone starts to believe it's Hubie who is killing everyone, even Vic Mackey.
Vic Mackey, we have not talked enough about Vic Mackey Priest. Great part.
It's not great.
Pretty good part. I haven't seen Vic Mackey do anything since the Shield finale. What has he been in since the Shield finale?
I can't think of it.
He hasn't worked in like 12 years.
I don't know. When was
he out of college for 15 years? He hasn't worked at all for 15 years.
Hubie escapes, and then Hubie runs to the radio station. For some reason, we find out Aurora is actually Shaq.
Yes, Shaq has a radio voice, which is a lady's voice.
Yes.
And then more crazy.
Yep, Hubie needs advice from Aurora, but then his wife comes in with a very silly voice, played by the very funny Betsy Sidaro, who I enjoy because she's on a lot of podcasts I listen to, and she is funny. And yeah, that's silly. Hubie finds out that's...
What's that Scott Ackerman's podcast today?
Comedy Bang Bang?
It made me laugh a lot of times. It was very funny today.
Which one?
Gillian Jacobs.
Oh, I need to listen to it today.
It's Gillian Jacobs and Paul F. Tompkins and Carl Tart.
Yes, Carl Tart's
very good. Funny. Sorry, but it was very
good. It was Tony Alimony.
It was Tony Alimony.
Oh, Tony
and Orville Redenbacher.
And Orville Redenbacher. Tony Alimony.
Very good.
Did Tony Alimony talk about the what was it? Sloppy portmanteaus or something?
No.
No?
No, they did a little bit of his singing, but
Tony Alimony's very funny.
Yes, he was very funny today.
Hubie finds out that someone calls and dedicates songs to him.
Which why doesn't he know this if he listens all the time?
Yeah, how doesn't he know? That's what I was thinking.
He's an idiot. Officer
Steve searches for the phone number, but it's from a burner, which is weird, even weirder.
What is this, the fucking Wire?
What is this, the Shield?
It is.
They then
Michael Chiklis has not...
NYPD Blues?
This is the part I really just, completely both
loved.
Times.
Couldn't wait to watch again.
No, just completely zoned out on. They set up a trap for some reason.
They're trying to lure in and get a confession out of what's her name there, Violet.
Yeah, but do they know it's gonna be Violet?
Yeah, they think it's Violet.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Violet, it's a trap. Hubie admits his love for Violet. Hubie thinks his mom is in trouble. Then Hubie thinks his mom's in trouble. Hubie then gets in a boat and drives off, which is obviously...
He says, I'm going to steal a boat.
The quickest way to get home inland is clearly boat.
Mm-hmm.
Hubie gets home and Vic Mackey is hanging upside down.
Mm-hmm.
And warns him not to go inside or something.
Please get me down. I'm losing circulation.
Hubie realizes his mom has been the kidnapper the entire night.
Right.
Hubie finds everyone who disappeared tied up in the backyard, about to be burned at the stake.
She's committed.
Like witches, because it's Salem.
Hubie's mom is going to light them on fire. The news shows up somehow.
She calls the news and tells them, come, I'm going to do a live murder. And instead of stopping it, they just come to cover it.
Yep, of course.
As the news would.
Yep. So she's about to light, Hubie's mom lights the match, throws it, but thank goodness Hubie has a little bit of soup left.
Just a little soup.
And puts the soup out. Just in
time.
Puts the fire out just in time.
I wish he had let them die. I mean, it's like, you are dicks. Like, I'll just let you die.
The people yell at Hubie for not untying them quick enough. They then all admit how insecure they are. Hubie's mom gives a heartwarming speech and then Frankensteins them.
Yeah, because this happens earlier in the movie.
Yes, with
the ability to disappear with the Frankenstein joke.
Oh, I thought you were saying she Frankensteinered them. Sorry.
Steiner line and then Frankensteiner them. Then she said,
went to the top
shout
rope.
out to all my freaks out there.
Went to the top rope and give them a Frankensteiner. Hubie admits his love for Violet on TV. They kiss through the TV.
So fucking stupid.
And he broke up with his Canada Dry girlfriend.
Just in time to start dating Violet.
1 year later, all the kids are dressed as people from the movie.
So stupid.
And they're calling him Dad. and all this stuff.
And they're calling him dad.
Which is the weirdest part.
So weird.
And now everyone loves Hubie because he fucks, and now he's the mayor, I guess, too.
He became mayor.
And he has
because
sex.
He fucks?
Well, he's finally getting laid, and that's kind of like a running theme throughout the movie, running joke.
He never had sex. They talk about that earlier.
Sex.
He was like a 50-year-old man. He's never had sex.
Nope, never had sex. So now everyone loves him because he has sex. And his mom, we never figure out what happened to his mom.
She escapes.
And
never comes back.
She's just gone.
Yeah. She's a kidnapper.
Until next Halloween.
Oh, Hubie Halloween 2.
Oh, please no.
Hubie Halloween 2.
Wow. What a show. Wow, what a show. All right, there's I'm going to go over Vic Mackey's what's his name? Michael Chiklis' career since 2008. Tell me if any of these sound any good. I'm skipping over the ones that I have no idea what they are. He did Vegas for 21 episodes on NBC.
Okay, Vegas was a show.
Or
My
was
brother
it,
used to watch that.
Was it on TNT or NBC? I forget. He did
NBC, and then moved to TNT.
A couple episodes of Sons of Anarchy and American Horror Story. I feel like those are, good job on S.H.I.E.L.D. Take a couple of deals. Gotham, 2015 to 2017 for 41 episodes.
I wanted to like that show, but
I wanted to too. I remember recording it or DVRing it, trying so hard to watch season 1. It fucking
Once
sucked.
I got to the what was it guy? Like the weather balloon guy, I was just like, yeah, I'm out of this.
I think I made 2 episodes.
So out. Movie called 10 Minutes Gone. Never heard of it.
Nope.
Movie called Deathstroke Knights and Dragons, the movie. Ever heard of it?
Nope.
Like this, DuckTales. Voices on DuckTales.
Have you watched DuckTales?
New DuckTales is fucking good.
Yeah, it's
I like
good.
it a lot.
We watched it. We used
and
to watch
that's it. There's a couple other odds and ends in there, but man, yikes!
Just living off that S.H.I.E.L.D. money.
Oh,
living off that S.H.I.E.L.D. money.
Hey, why not?
One really sad thing about this movie. This movie is a terrible movie and fun to make fun of, but this one kid that was supposed to be in it.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Well, I don't know if he is supposed to be it, but he was in Grown Ups.
Cameron Boyce, I'm reading now, who starred in Grown Ups, was set to star in the film, but passed away in July.
That's a bummer.
2019, days before shooting. His best friend and former Jesse co-star, Karan Brar, I don't know how to say that, but I've seen him before. And that's what he's from, that Disney Channel show. They were on it together. He stepped in and took over for him, like days before it was supposed to start.
Really?
Yikes.
Crazy. Not sure what happened to him, but damn, that sucks. What a bummer. And it was that whole thing at the end. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He was supposed to play the bully. The deli worker bully.
Yeah.
He was betrayed. So
and
that
his
guy, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, the guy who played Freddie Mercury. He had a seizure. That's what happened to him.
Yes.
Sad. Very sad.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be in the movie. And I thought, like, who was this guy supposed to be? Or was he in the movie? I didn't understand that little graphic, but sad.
Mm-hmm.
Rotten Tomatoes has this film rated 48% or 5.1 out of 10. People think it's actually pretty good. IndieWire reviewer David Elrich,
who I follow,
gave this movie a B-.
Yeah.
He should lose his job.
B-.
He should lose his whole career over that rating.
Hubie Halloween is much better than all the other Sandler stuff churned out for Netflix so far. Or am I just drunk on this pumpkin spiced production? It's hard to say,
Uncut Gems?
but this is the first time it feels nice to watch Sandman goof off with his friends for 90 minutes. Kevin James' kids are in this. Really? Adam Sandler's kids are in this. Ben Stiller's kids are in this. Ray Liotta's kids are in this. It sounds like it was just like a weekend getaway with all our friends.
Yeah.
And let's just stick the kids in the movie too. Why not? Get everyone paid. That's the Sandler way. There you go.
What do you think I rated this?
You seem to like it. You seem to like it more than anyone. So I'm going to give it a 2. I think you gave it a 2.
You gave it a 3.5.
I gave it a 2. A 2. And the rating, the average rating on this out of how many ratings?
Can I go lower than a half?
Out of, I don't know, thousands of ratings, I guess. I wish they'd tell you how many ratings. It's, 2. It's a 2.4. 2.4. 1,200 people voted it a 5-star. Only 256 people voted it 4.5, though. And 2,000 people gave it a 0.5 star.
Is that the lowest you can do? Is a 0.5 star?
Yes, 0.5 star.
That's too high.
Wow.
8,500 people gave it 3 stars.
Wow. That seems so high.
I've been staring
So
at the
very
medals.
high. Yes.
Should I at least look into getting a hairpiece?
Why not?
Yes.
Why not? He looks great. What are you talking about?
He does.
Oh, what am I doing here? Is it me next?
It's not me.
I think it's me.
It's you or Wally, and he's dead, so.
Shmear Wally. I'm going to regret this. I really am going to regret this, I think. Hang on. I'm going to pick a wrestling show. Not a movie or a TV show. Oh, no.
What 4-hour show are you going to make us watch?
I'm going to pick a wrestling show. I don't have any, a lot better to pick. So I'm going to pick Survivor Series.
What? What is this?
Give me Survivor Series 1996. Survivor Series 1996.
Is that Shawn Michaels and the Knights?
Is not. It's Madison Square Garden. Austin versus Bret Hart, number 1.
Okay.
I think it's Mankind. Is it Mankind?
Wait, is this Macho Screwjob?
No. The year before. Survivor Series 96. The matches were some Survivor Series stuff. Undertaker versus Mankind with Paul Bearer in a shark cage.
Oh, yeah, right.
Remember that?
Uh-huh.
Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, determining number 1 contender for WWF Heavyweight Championship. And Psycho Sid versus Shawn Michaels, WWF World Heavyweight Championship. And a bunch of Survivor Series matches. That's what I'm picking. We're going to go back to a wrestling show because I don't have a good movie to pick. So
you have all of Shaq's filmography.
No. I thought about Blue Chips for a hot second there.
We did Kazam.
We already did Kazam. Yeah, that's out.
Yeah, I know.
He did his the best.
Does Shaq actually have anything any good besides Blue Chips?
No. It can't be anything good.
I don't think he's ever made a good movie.
You could just make us watch the entire catalog of Shaq and a Fool.
Steel? Oh, I love Shaq and a Fool, though.
Watch all Shaq and a Fools.
Steel? That was bad. What else is he in? House Bunny? Freddy Got Fingered? Ooh, this is a good movie.
Freddy Got Fingered?
Apparently.
I may have you guys do that.
I don't think I ever saw that movie.
I love.
Just for the Daddy, would you like some sausage?
Oh my god! movie I love, He Got Game. Apparently, he's in He Got Game, which is on Hulu. I might have to watch that tonight. What else is he in?
Good Burger.
Oh, Abe Vigoda.
Good Burger?
Yes, Good Burger.
Wow.
The Wash.
Scary Movie 4. He's in Lego Movie.
After the Sunset, House Bunny, Jack and Jill, Thunderstruck. I don't know what that is. Grown Ups 2, Smurfs 2, Lego Movie, Blended.
All Sandler's movies.
Yeah, a lot of Sandler movies.
NBA 2K. Snow Dogs. Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn. Uncle Drew. What Men Want. What the fuck, Princess Bride TV series. Oh.
Wow.
And Hubie Halloween. And TV series Shaq Talk. What is Shaq Talk?
That's the new his new reality show. Shaq Talk. All right. So we're gonna watch Survivor Series 1996.
Is this 6 hours long?
I don't know how long it is.
Oh boy.
I'm not sure. Hopefully there's some wacky stuff in there. Kick-ass version of The Undertaker. Remember this Undertaker was awesome. The mask. He had a fireball. Badass. He had the fireball thrown in his face.
Oh yeah.
That version of Undertaker with the gray mask.
What year was it?
96. 1996 Survivor Series. Fun one. Hopefully. That the Brett and Austin match is pretty good from what I remember.
Is this not the...
It's not. They had a match first. They had a match before that.
I at least was looking forward to the double. I guess I'm glad I know, because if I got there and that wasn't it, I'd be mad.
No, it's not the double third match. It's just their first match.
Oh, this is at MSG too.
Yeah, I said that. It's MSG. Okay.
And the in-ring debut of
The Rock
Johnson.
Yep. You get to see The Rock for the first time.
The blue chipper?
Yeah, he's a blue chipper. All right. That's it. This is over. Don't watch that movie.
Nope.
Hubie Halloween unless you're Mike, and then you should watch it. I guess.
If you're literally any other person besides Mike DeFazio, do not watch it.
All right. Peace out.
See ya.